Hello guys, good evening and welcome to the Liga Europe here for round number 2 of Division 5 at the Bahrain International Circuit. And tonight I'm not by myself, I am joined by Eloise. Mark. How are you doing, Mark?
I'm absolutely terrible. I'm terrible. It's a nightmare of a result, but you know what? Let's crack open a beer and let's watch some good action. How about that?
I mean, I can kind of sympathise with the terrible result. Didn't feel much better for me either.
Well, this is true. I heard you. I was in a party and heard you didn't cover yourself with glory, shall we say.
I covered myself with laughter after I'd been to turn 12, which is going to be a key thing for these guys to keep an eye out for.
Ah, yes, the LFC corner, as some of these guys will know it as. He was running very well in our bottom division. I think it was last season. He did a bit of a softer, hard strategy and binned it there, flap, away from a podium. It had been his first ever one, or no, second ever one, I think. He was not a happy bunny.
I am not surprised by that, actually. Didn't he do like a similar strategy in season 2 as well?
It might have been season 2, actually, to be fair. Yeah, we're season 4 now. I'm going mad. We're season 4? Yeah,
we're season 4.
We're season 4. I haven't even had a drink yet. Yeah, so a bit mad. You want my predictions for this tonight? I'm gonna say Cam K Mum. Have we got something? We've got a mum racing. That'd be interesting. We've got a couple of dads, including Smitsky. Have we got a mum racing? Maybe not, but I would predict United Bosnia to win this one tonight.
Well, I mean, after last week we saw Ryan B. He did kind of dominate, but towards the end of the race we did see Ghost Recon start to close in on him. Niles was taking the fight to him in that first stint, and we got Jav returning as well, so that could spice things up. And James, be interesting to see where he is. And we got Jav returning.
We're joined by SMM Palmer. Hello, Palmer, a loyal driver of GT through the years, so nice to see you. And obviously, his Jav nearly loses it on that curb. That dangerous curb. What is that? That's turn 8, I think. The one with the nasty curb might be. Yeah, well, at the entrance to turn 8, the exit of turn 7, I think.
Yeah, I think that's exit of turn 7. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just run a little bit too wide, and you're asking for trouble in that corner.
It's really weird because if you take the curb nicely, like just only a tiny bit, you get normally do really well.
We got a bit of support in the chat for Smitsky as well from Don, who did actually go on to win in D4, so congratulations to Don for that.
Yeah, great result from him. I was in the party with him and he absolutely dominated.
Is United Bosnia 26.3 straight out of the bat, and James with a 26.1. Okay.
Yeah, these are some good times. What was pole in D4?
25.5 by JD Nolan.
That's a good time. That's a very good time.
Both United Bosnia and James already beaten my time in qualifying, so I'm already calling hacks.
Oh dear. Oh dear. I think pretty sure Cerebo is driving Vietnam rather than Bahrain. There's a bit of a glitch. It was 134 flat. But yeah, I still can't get over the race, mate. Oh yeah.
I mean, mine went just as well as expected. I know you were hoping for a lot more because this is one of your favourite tracks, but
yeah, just a bit. Aquaplaning up to second. That's a good lap.
And he was another one last week who did show some great pace, but ended up crashing out early on.
Absolutely. Predicting quite a hard time here for some of the guys that are new to no ABS. This is not a track that's friendly to no ABS. And it's certainly not a track that's friendly if you're not used to it. So it could be, if Jasper gets in the points, he's done incredibly well. Same with Suribo, of course, who uses no assist in cockpit.
Yep, and well, I know United Bosnia, he only uses ABS. I was looking for Flip. He's another one with no assist, so he would be doing well if he was able to get something out of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So we've got Don in the chat, we've got Raj in the chat. Palmer is supporting Jordan, which is good.
James says it feels good to be back, and I'm just gonna check and your internet connection 2 seconds just to see if you are actually back. That was a delayed laugh. That was very delayed.
I didn't know what you meant. I thought you meant my connection. I was like, hang on, have I gone wrong? Oh, sorry. No. Sorry, that genuinely did tickle me. I just got it. Right. Hopefully he has sorted his connection out, because it is absolutely... It's either a dream or it's dire. So, talking of someone that's a dream or they're dire, we've got Ghost Recon going round. He's just invalidated his lap, so that will not be a good start. Obviously, I'm rehashing a bit of an old joke here, but the Hasses of Alt Maverick and Ghost, the Americans don't tend to do well in the Middle East, so I'm wondering if that will carry over into Formula 1. Oh, as Cam goes straight on. Wow, I think he was trying to get out of the way, potentially, of people behind him, and I think he was giving accidental slipstream. Someone else went straight onto that corner early. It was a chap called XL Brewery. Not ideal for not necessarily him. But anyway, as Jav is having a little detour around, I think he's trying to work out where those curbs are on the exit of turn 7. He's having a little look. Yeah, he's found them. He's found some gravel, so he knows to avoid that. So just a bit of track. You know, a little bit of track reconnaissance, I think, there from Jav. Very smart.
Yeah,
like it.
You got to get a sighting in on your first lap, so.
Yeah.
We've got Ryan B coming towards the end of the second sector split, and this is going to be interesting to see how Ryan B goes from track to track, because Bahrain completely different to Australia.
Yeah, absolute chalk and cheese. I shouldn't laugh. Someone invite James back in. I'll do it. We talked about his connection, and he's just disconnected.
His AI's going to set a faster lap though.
Ryan B with a 26 flat. So, well, pole in D3 was 25.0. Pole in D4 was a 25.5. So if we're following course, that won't be pretty far off pole.
I don't know, this is the first sight of laps. I can see a few guys getting into the mid-25s. As James just said, his game switched off. What are you switching your game off for, James? You gotta get back in. I'll tell you what, Jordan just done an impressive time on the set of mediums. 27.3.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why he's going around on the mediums though, necessarily.
I mean, D5, if you can qualify in the top 10 on the mediums, you're laughing. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think they've got the race pace. If you did it in to use a phrase I overuse, in a vacuum, I think medium hard is the quicker strategy. But it's not in a vacuum. There's lots of trains, and there's lots of people to potentially
run into, and it really could stuff your lap up. Whereas if you are on the softs and you run into the back of someone, you can do soft, medium, medium, and it won't necessarily completely nerf your race. I mean, it's not ideal, but
there's also a possibility of an early safety car, as Niles actually just pips Ryan B for a provisional pole.
There we go. Good lap. Good lap from him. I know that Bosnia... I think Bosnia needs to have a bit more confidence in himself. Because this lad can do 25s. And when I say 25s, I mean 25 dead. So...
We have seen all week, and he's been very impressive in time trial and in practice lobbies. So I think he's definitely one to keep our eyes on.
He is. What's this first sector looking like? I didn't get a sector split for some reason.
He's just hitting now. He's 3/10 up, purple sector 1.
And there you go. Even if he was to match his time, he's looking like he's on pole. So he doesn't have to improve these 2 sectors. He just has to follow through and not bottle it. That looks very tidy. I tell you what, this could be low.
I see where his second sector split is like. He doesn't decide to clip that curve on the inside there. A lot of people usually try to.
Well, he's taking a very wide line through turn 12.
6/10 up.
He's going to absolutely demolish this.
This is threatening D4 pole biter.
This is. He's not taking a wide enough line for me through that corner, though. That's one thing I will give. Although, he's invalidated it so unnecessarily. Ah, that is absolutely bang poor. He had it in the. He would have known how far up he was. He would have known what pole he is. What pole was. That to me is inexperience. But then again, you know, that's what D5 is. It's an improvement league, I think. That's the way I kind of look at it. It's for drivers that are looking to improve and, you know, move up. You shouldn't be spending your, you know, some people, you know, I know it's recreational, but most people will want to not be in D5 next season, if that makes sense. So, you know, it's a good idea to have this season for someone like Bosnia, and then move up to perhaps quicker challenges. Stephen Roebuck in 6th. Nice to see him back amongst it.
Yeah, it's a very competitive time for him as well. He's right in the mix in our top 6.
Did you ever race Steve-O before in your time?
No, I don't think I have. I mean, I've raced United Bosnia over the past couple of seasons in different leagues, and I've seen his improvement as James with a 25.7. I've seen his improvement over the past couple of seasons, so United Bosnia, I can say he is getting... He's getting there, he just needs to get that consistency up. As Ryan B getting a little bit tail happy there on the exit of turn 11.
He's way down. Although, is this... I think he backed out of this lap a long time ago. Quite smart, I think. Well, then again, I say that he's smart. Well, that was only his second lap, actually. So, that was smart, because what he's done, he's got himself back in a position where he can get back out. He only managed 2 laps, though. James has gone, what, 25.7?
Yeah, he just done that not too long ago. As Palmer's just put in the chat, it's a shame that he can't race with these lads, but he's more focused on GT Sport. I mean, you're racing, mate. That's all that matters.
This is it. GT Sport's a great game. I really enjoy it. He's very good at it too. You can, shameless plug, you can see that on Wednesdays within League of Europe. If you are interested in signing up, I would assume there might be 1 or 2 spots left potentially to join mid-season. So if you are interested, what I believe it's Campbell I like. So that's QVR Campbell.
I just seen Steve O. He's just invalidated his lap in the final sector. He did go purple in sector 2 though, so there's definitely time out there for him.
Well, this is strange. Jasper's given up on it. There's obviously a worse lap and he's come in. Yeah, Jasper's given up. Not going to get back out. Victor's losing it a little bit. Going to do well to improve this.
Niles purple in sector 1, but does have a little bit of traffic of Smitsky up ahead. Actually, Smitsky, Jordan, they're under pressure now to get a lap on board, as well as Ghost and Jav, actually.
Niels must have had a bad sector somewhere, because if he's gone purple in sector 1...
We'll see what he can do in sector 2, but he was up by half a tenth in sector 1, so... Purple sector 2, but he's still half a tenth up.
This is interesting. Maybe he really messed up. This is the difference between some of the faster guys and the slower guys. They're taking all the curb available on that exit. The faster guys. Where will this be? Oh, it wasn't far off, you know. Bosnia's bottling it a bit, I think. Bosnia's not looking good. I'm following on board with Bosnia, who I think is the only real big threat to James right now. No! He just seems to be struggling. He doesn't seem to have that rhythm that he had the last lap. The last lap is in his mind. Flipnam Saram doing well to get out of the way. I'm following this all the way to the line.
Yeah, I'm staying on board with Bosnia as well. He's 3 tenths up, which should be enough to get him just ahead of Ryan B, but he wants more out of this. So the line, it's going to be a 25.9, but he does have time and enough ERS. Probably not enough fuel though.
Nah, that's the problem. You don't know. Well, Ryan's round. Now, if there's anyone that's going to just nab it, it's going to be Ryan, isn't it?
Or Aqua planning, I'd say.
I think Ryan's out of it. He's messed it up.
He's got a bit of traffic of Ghost up ahead of him who gets out the way. Ghost actually with an impressive lap time, getting himself up into 7th.
Ghost will want more. He'll be hungry for that podium. Once you get 1, they become a lot easier. Maverick finishes 8th.
It's an All-American 4th row at the moment.
Ryan's still pushing. He's way back. He's way back. Stenos Dios is getting an incredible run off the back of him. He might well just nick Camke Mum. He might even nick All Maverick and Coach Recon if he really drives to this line.
James looks like he's improving slightly, but he just goes too wide there at the end of his lap, and is it all over?
Smisky's had an absolute nightmare. Come on, Dave. Oh, he's pit! No! Why did he pit? He could have got a place. I might have lost there. Jab's coming round.
Let's see, Jav into the final corner. Oh!
Oh no. He's all over the show. What was he doing? He started weaving. He could have jumped Jasper. George, the tyres. Oh dear.
Well, I mean, effectively, Jordan is sitting in the prettiest spot right now because the medium, the hard, is No, technically the faster strategy, though the one stop is definitely doable for these guys. But that is incredibly close. I mean, 4th down to 10th, half a second. And we got just over a second covering the top 12, and that is...
Well, that's a very, 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 very close grid. 25.7. It's a very good lap, that. Very good lap. Now, I'd be interested to see. James is a sucker for quick quali laps and not having the race pace.
I mean, we have seen it many times. Sometimes it's not his race pace that's the problem, it's his connection issue.
Yeah, his reliability.
Alright, so we'll run you through the order. So James on pole with Niles alongside him on the front row. Then we got United Bosnia in 3rd, Ryan B in 4th, Aqua Planning in 5th, Stevo in 6th, and then we got the All-American 4th row of Ghost Recon, and Alt Maverick, then another American in 9th of Cam K Mum. And in 10th we have Sven. Then outside the top 10 we have Jordan, Invictus, Cloudy Cloud, Flip, Jasper, Jav, McDutch Race, Smitsky, Ibo, and then Dave, who did not set a lap time.
So the Americans are all banded together in the Middle East.
I'll tell you what, I was surprised at Smitsky's lap. He didn't actually set one on softs. He stuck to his medium lap.
Yeah, dangerous strategy. Can do well here on a reverse strat or a differing strat, but it's so hard to keep your wing. So hard if you're not clear.
Raj in the chat, American DRS train incoming.
Yeah, very, very likely. Very likely. So second beer. Feeling a bit better, not gonna lie.
Yeah, I've only got one left after last night.
So, what do we reckon? Who is going to win?
I mean, United Bosnia could definitely get the job done here, as could James, Niles and Ryan B, to be fair. But I'm looking at those starting just outside the top 10. If Jordan can keep up with this top pack for the opening few laps while their tyres are warming up, then Jordan's in a pretty decent spot, because some guys may opt for the hards and try and take them to the end, but some will also try the two-stop.
Yeah, the two-stop is a strategy. How good it is depends on if there is a safety car. It can work beautifully, but it can also work terribly. If I was to do a two-stop, I'd probably do soft medium and then soft, because then it opens up the opportunity for you to have free tyre choice of on the safety car. And also it means if there is a early enough one when you're on the mediums, you can go like, well, I suppose you can do it either or. But as Niels and James have raced away, James is not hanging around.
I was just looking at the tyre selection outside the top 10. Interesting for a few of them. Cloudy Cloud and Ibo going on a set of soft tyres. Everyone else on mediums apart from Smitsky and Dave, so the Ferraris are both on the hards. And McDutch Race must have had a penalty somewhere, because he's dropped down behind Dave.
Bizarre. Very strange. I mean, oh no, did my Dutch face join late?
No, my Dutch face had a time on the board, didn't he?
Very strange. If you want my outside bet, I'd probably say United Bosnia might win this. And I think Ryan B will be there or thereabouts. If you want an outside bet for a podium, I'd pick Smitsky or Dave. If they can get through lap 1 with no damage, they're going to look in incredible shape if they can keep on that train, even more so than the medium runners.
Well, I will say this, in D4 earlier we had Fuzz who went for the alternative strategy and he turned that into a podium, so it can definitely work starting on the hards. Right, well, here we go now as we get ready for those 5 red lights. Lights are out, and a fantastic launch here for Niles initially as James really coming over to squeeze in there. As we got...
Oh, this will be interesting.
we got Carnage,
Stephen Roebuck's round even before the turn-in. What happened there? And his teammate... Wow, there was a lot of collection there. There was a lot of collection. Jasper was collected. I mean, that's a terrible start. Sven Dios breaking up that pack. Ryan with a terrible start, and I think he's got all of his wheels, so I'm not sure what happened there.
Yeah, Ryan really dropping down the order as he has dropped behind 2 of the American contingent who are trying to start that DRS train.
Watch out for wings here.
Side by side with Sven and Ryan B there as well. And Sven actually gets the move done. And Ryan B's, he's ghosting for me, he's not in his car.
I'll try and send him an invite. Yeah, he's not there.
Yeah, he's not there, that explains it.
Oh no. I'm not entirely sure I'm friends with him.
I am friends with him. I'm not
Sorry,
sure if
I've got him. James has already got out DRS. This is an absolute bomb. United Bosnia, though, is looking very racy. If
he's going to try it round the outside.
Wow, give him the space all the time. You must leave the space, move. And he's done it. What a move!
That was brilliant from United Bosnia there. So much confidence into turn 1, and it really showed.
Dave, I tell you what, Dave and Smitsky are absolutely flying.
I've got the the lovely little glitch with.
Oh, I do. They're not flying as much as I thought they were. Sorry, Dave and Smitsky. I think we're back.
Oh, interestingly, it says to me that United Bosnia was 4 tenths off James, and that's just not true.
That is not true. He needs to try and get out of that train as quick as he can.
We got
very
Cam
conservative on the
back of Sven right now. Big hold lock up there for Sven, and that could put him under pressure from Cam. And then Victus.
Victus is out. Is that a safety car? Yes.
That's... Ryan B was around as well. And Ibo.
No.
And Jar for the 5-second penalty for colliding with Smitsky.
What has gone on here? Smitsky could... What? A lot of them are staying out. Why are they staying out on these softs? Did the safety car hit after they went past the line?
I think it might have for the leaders, but Aquaplaning into the pits, Sven into the pits, Cam into the pits. This is an absolute lifesaver for Steve-O and Ryan B as well, who is going very, very slow on that back straight.
I can tell you something for free.
He might be having wheel issues.
Oh no, I'll tell you something for free. It's not fun trying to work your way up
Oh,
through this field.
he's gone.
He's left the session. He's got some connection issues. This is a nightmare.
That is heartbreaking for Ryan B. I'm not sure what's going on. It did look like he was struggling with his wheel.
I wouldn't know. Right, I'll tell you what this does. This puts George, Flip, Smitsky and Dave. Wow, those hard runners are flying. Look at that. And they've got, I mean, that is incredible.
And what this also does, it puts James under serious pressure because now he's got United Bosnia behind him.
I've managed to just invite Mr. Ryan B. I'm going to send him a spare, actually.
Yeah, he's
He
back
seems
in the
to be
session
having-
now.
Seems to be having problems. If he's listening, he can, if he wants, you're not meant to pause it under the safety car, but if it means that he can get his wheel sorted, then there's no problem doing that. I don't think anyone would.
James, oh, I thought he was going to duck into the pits. I think he was trying to sell Bosnia a dummy, but Niles has gone in.
I don't know. I don't like the wisdom of that at all. I think the thing is, I think you now have to commit to your one stop. Your one stop becomes a lot easier now. Also, you're not gonna. You can probably pit a lap later than you were going to make sure those hards do get to the end. And also, by two stopping at this point, the other lads have had a free pit stop that started on the mediums. Sorry, yeah. Like if they go medium, they're gonna have a free pit stop. So he's missed out on that free pit stop, and he's just gonna put himself right at the back. And I think that's a huge error.
I mean, interesting that Ryan B, he's now back in his car, but he didn't dive into the pits either. And safety car is going to be in this lap, so
I don't know if it will, because you've got Cerebro and Stevo quite far behind.
yeah,
You
they
might
should be able to catch up.
Yeah, they should do. If it isn't, I don't. I mean, I would personally pit. I'd personally go medium if I was him. Because he's not losing any. He's going to lose 2 places. Stevo is quite quick, but Cerebro is a different pace to Ryan, and he would hope to get past Cerebro quite easily.
Ibbo's going to win.
Nothing would make me happier, except I suspect it might be a slightly strange race.
One thing that we will have to keep our eyes on is
Smitsky's all
drive
over the
through. Yeah, apparently his connection's a little bit dodgy, but I'm on board with Dave right now, and it looks fine. So I'm thinking it's just a bit of desync between Jav and Smitsky.
Potentially. So they're going round again, aren't they?
No safety car in this lap.
James is too close. This is gonna
very
wreck
close.
his ability to launch. United Bosnia could get him here.
United Bosnia got slowed up just a little bit by James and Maverick in a bit of a... Oh, it's Cloudy Cloud down the inside of Ghost Recon.
Oh, Dave nearly lost it. Oh, and there's a Mercedes man. That's Ryan.
That's my Dutch Chase.
I'm a Dutch face. Apologies.
I'm having a bit of a look down the inside of Sven, and this is going to be interesting now because for Smitsky and Dave, they are going to be on the slower tyres to these guys behind, who are arguably probably faster than these guys anyway, just judging on qualifying. Us in there, wheel spin out of turn 8. I wonder if Smitsky is going to play the number 2 role and let Dave get a gap.
Dave just needs, he should fight tooth and nail to stay in that DRS. Absolutely tooth and nail to stay in that DRS. He's doing well. Flip with a bit of a mistake.
One thing I have noticed with a couple of the drivers in D5 is that they are taking a lot of the inside curve into turn 13. And that can give you a few warnings. It just unsettles the car a bit as well.
Yeah, and I find it weird because Smitsky gets overtaken. He's derated. I think that might be why. And he's derated now. Problem is he only gets it back after that start-finish line, and that's too late. He's going to get swamped here.
And here goes Cam. 3 spots in space. Oh, 4!
Wow, that's a nightmare. Shows you how important it is to not derate around here. That is a massive lesson. Dave passed Flip.
Dave down the inside. Job done for the man in the Ferrari.
This is incredible because the advantage of the soft runners, they're barely ahead of him.
Oh, as he just goes a bit wide onto that curb.
Oh, we've seen that go wrong before.
Well, right now, I'd say the guys in the best position are Jordan and Dave.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
As James getting very close to that turn 12 curb, I wouldn't recommend that, but
yeah, Nils is definitely not out of this at all.
And down the inside of Flip, that's going to open things up for Cam K and maybe Nels as well. Yep.
Flip having a miserable time here at the moment. Really struggling on those tyres.
Niles now going to look for the move on Cam K. Side by side, and I think Cam K's just lifted and let Niles go.
Smitsky's not in a terrible position. He's not he's not in as glorious of a position as Dave, but effectively, the gap between them isn't much seconds-wise, and these guys will disappear out the way soon. Well, eventually. They are all on mediums, so that's not the nicest. But Jordan's going to be our race leader for a period, and then it's probably going to be Dave. And how it unfolds from there.
I've just noticed something very interesting. Ryan B's just come into the pits now, and he's chucked on a set of mediums.
I get it, and I did something similar in my race earlier. What he's planning to do now is a medium soft, and he's going to hope for a safety car, but also it gives him the opportunity that if there is a safety car now, he can run in on those hards, and he's not at any penalty. And if there's a safety car further down the line, he can chuck on another set of mediums, assuming he picked balanced setup. And if there's one late down the line, he can...
Smitsky's gone.
Oh no! Still running. And he's on the hards. Oh, he's fine. He's still got his wing. There's a bit of a setback, but it's not disastrous.
Dave
now
looking to get past that or planning. Looks like they've been trading positions a little bit.
They're 3 wide.
Oh my God! Sven out of nowhere.
Oh, Dave, keep your wing, sir. So you're not fighting these guys. Just keep. I get it. I do get it. But just keep there. Keep with them. Keep in their train. Annoy them.
This is interesting because Dave, he is going to pit onto the mediums. The question is how long are Aquaplaning and Sven going to go on those mediums?
Well, he might go. You can go hard soft. I mean, I wouldn't recommend it. I'd probably do hard medium. As long as there's a safety car, I'm not going to give too much away strategy-wise in case anyone's listening, but there is a period, there's certainly a big period where mediums make sense for you to pit onto.
Well, we got a lovely, interesting freeway scrap for 4th right now. Alt Maverick, Cloudy Cloud, and Jordan JT. I've got to say it, Cloudy Cloud, fair play. He has absolutely climbed through this field. How many positions is he up? He's up 8 positions. Make that 9 as he gets DRS and overtakes Alt Maverick for 3rd place now because Ghost Recon has gone into the pits.
He's doing absolutely incredibly here. Interesting that they're extending they're extending, and I really think that's a really wise idea from the softs. You can get him to lap 9, lap 10, you've got no problems. You don't have to manage your hards at all, even in the slightest. So, ooh, as we got DRS Aquaplane and Sven Dios. Sven Dios.
Oh,
Ooh,
his nose was
DRS
still in there a little bit.
Yeah, clever though. He tried to unsettle him. He backed out the last available point. He goes down the inside. What a move!
That was lovely.
What an incredible move!
That was fantastic from DRS Aquaplaning.
That was beautiful. That's one of the. I think that's one of the best moves I've seen all day. Camke Mum now on Dave. Doesn't quite get there. Dave just needs to just keep his car on the road. Dave is lagging. I think Dave is also having some problems with lag, unless it's Camke Mum.
It might be Cam K Mum because of American connection for us, isn't it?
Yeah. Neil's now looking down. He's a little look at Sven Dios.
Alright, here we go. James and Bosnia into the pits.
Nils has got such better wing. Gets it done. Gets it done.
Still there. Ooh.
Sven's very lucky he hasn't got anyone too close behind him, and that's not going to affect the race too much. So as we predicted, George is leading this race.
Yep, and he has got Aquaplaning and Niles right behind him, and James has a lot of traffic ahead of him.
Yeah, this is the big thing. James needs to get past McDutchface. Oh, is it McDutchface is going to retire, surely? Yeah, he's out.
Oh my god.
Massive crash. He just lost it on that curb, that deadly curb. And it's a virtual. That is a huge...
we have to keep our eyes out for drive-through penalties, because that's what done Niles over last week.
Yeah, slow it down, lads. Slow it down. McDutchface ending up with egg on his face, losing it on that curb. Now, virtual safety car. George will want this to carry on a bit longer because he can pit now. This could work huge. If he pits under this, even if he gets a second or two, it's free real estate. He carries on. Very strange. I don't like that at all. I don't think that's a wise strategy in the slightest.
And the thing is, he definitely would have had a few seconds shaved off.
He would have, yeah, because look at even now. Just got, DRS Aquaplane runs into the back of him. And he's all over him.
Oh, he's down the inside, and Sven on the inside of Niles behind as well. 2 by 2.
You've got, one of you's got to give it up. They're not. They're going 2 by 2. Oh!
Oh, that's Aquaplaning around.
I just don't know. I don't know about it. He's going to be furious. He's going to be absolutely livid.
James has left the session.
I'll invite him in, but DRS Aquaplane is going to be livid, but he was slightly behind.
I mean, we could say that D5 is it's like a learning curve for a lot of drivers, and that's one thing that you need to learn, is to know when to back out of a move when it's over and done with.
The thing is, he's probably the fastest guy on the grid at the moment around this track.
I'll tell you what, this is heartbreaking for James right now, because United Bosnia is going to get him. Oh, he's returned, United Bosnia. He's only just going to get in front of him. If James can get back in his car, you'll have DRS on him.
What a nightmare. Nils looking at Jordan. Locks up slightly, but gets such a better run. And it's Jordan who has to relent.
I'll tell you what, it's just that ominous red Ferrari just, lurking in the background, waiting for these mediums to go off.
This is it. This is the big thing. They've both got a pit.
And here we go, Dave. He's going to look around the outside of Cam K.
He's going to start having the tyres soon as well. He's still going to start having the better version of what you should be running compared to those around him. If he can get past Camco, I can imagine he will make very light work of Jordan, who I still cannot believe didn't pit there.
We got Steve-O doing well. He's managed to get himself back up into 6th.
So, I don't understand how Svenos Dios is... How has he got to the front with going soft medium? Incredible. Same with Niles.
Oh, Sven's left the session.
Oh my god. I have to work overtime, eh?
Yeah, commentator cursed, didn't you?
This is it. What is going on?
Oh, Cam K is around. Collision with Jordan. And Cam K has gone around and James has left the session again.
This is incredible.
Right, I'm going to have to look at this gap to the leader right now, because the way it's looking right now, United Bosnia will have the lead of this race once everyone ahead of him makes their pit stops.
Yeah, absolutely. He's going to have a free run of it. But the big thing will be, in some ways, it will be Dave needs to do whatever he can to keep him behind, as Cam and Jav are fighting. Jav's doing incredibly well.
Oh, Jav around the outside.
Give him room. He's gone. Oh, I'll tell you what, he's got a great cutback line. Oh my god.
That is fantastic.
It's an overtake off track for me, but then again, didn't get left much room, so... Right, Svenos is back, not too much damage, but look who's about to take him under DRS. Dave's not activated it. He just did. Dave is up to 2nd in this race.
Well, here we go now, we'll see if he can close in on Niles, because honestly, United Bosnia is in good position to win this race, but if there's a threat to him, it's going to be Dave and Niles.
A bit concerned about the connection issues here as Alt Maverick and Cloudy are fighting. They're taking it to the streets. Alt Maverick now on the outside, which is the better place for me. He's got 3 seconds, but he can swoop round. Yeah, beautiful move. Now get on the power as quick as you can so Cloudy can't overlap, and that is done. Well done.
Well,
Yellows.
There is an issue with me at the moment with the time-ins. I have no idea who's close to each other on track. But
same, unfortunately.
Oh, Sven's gone off. I think he's just got control of his car into the braking zone. He's just gone off.
Yeah.
Oh, he's on that curb. Get off it.
Well, Niles has got a big gap, but Dave, crucially, is out of DRS. There'll come a point, if there is a safety car, there will come a point where Dave really, really wins.
Alright, I've got some timings back now. United Bosnia, 1.5 seconds off the back of this train for second. Well, third. Let's calm down the inside of Jav. Bit of contact there between the two of them, and...
Ooh, Jav's lost it. That's going to impact him. He's going to lose 2 places here.
Ooh. DRS going to try around the outside of his sister teammate, I'd say.
DRS, for me, I think, other than Bosnia, he could win it. Oh, I say he could win this race, and he nearly just clatters into Jab. There are
So he needs to make
situations where
another
he
pit
does
stop,
well.
doesn't he?
Yeah, I don't think we're out. I don't think we're out of the woods for another safety car. I can see someone making an error, and it's going to impact. It's going to turn the race on its head, because at the moment, who doesn't have to pit? It's Bosnia. It's Ghost. I mean, Ghost isn't out of this in the slightest. It's James, and it's Alt Maverick, and it's Cloudy, Jordan, Stephen Roebuck. Jordan is one of the bigger casualties for me. If he would have pitted under that VSC, he would have been in a very different place as to where he is now.
Oh, just on board United Bosnia there. He should be thankful he's got ABS turned on. Because he would have locked up and gone straight into the back of Sven if he had ABS off.
Hmm.
But he's going to go down the inside into turn 1.
Give him the space. Ooh, yeah, Svenos kind of bottled it a bit. He gave himself a warning for the pleasure. Bosnia did give him space, which was good to see. Smitsky has now gambled. He's put on those mediums. What can he do? He's going to get Flip and Jasper gone past him.
Alright, now United Bosnia all over the back of Jav, and what traction he's just got out of turn 8. Swoop straight past, but Jav into the back of him, just a little touch, and he does United Bosnia keep P5 there, so that's good to see. But DRS Agro planning and Cam K having a lovely little battle.
Jab lost it, but he kept it. Unbelievable. Great car control from him. And I tell you what, look who's sneaking around. A man that's been disconnected, binned it everywhere. He's in 8th, which is Ryan B.
Yeah, he is just there lurking, and honestly, a safety car would really spice things up now.
I tell you how you win championships. You win championships by having not terrible results on bad days. And this could be one of those days we look back on for Ryan B with that exact same scenario. Jab pits.
Yeah, I think his tyres were completely done. But I tell you what, Ghost Recon, he hasn't got a pit again. He isn't too far from United Bosnia. One penalty could really just swing this out of balance for United Bosnia.
Dave will be crying now. He'll be crying for a safety car. He would be in such an incredible position if there was a safety car. So would Niles.
Yeah, I don't think
all
Niles
of these
would mind
guys.
either.
Oh, there's a yellow.
Flag.
Someone is off.
A Steve-O.
He managed to keep it out the wall though. I mean, that is, I tell you what, keeping it out the wall there. Oh, he rejoins and Flip nearly goes into the back of him. Jasper loses it.
A bit of a dangerous rejoin there from Steve-O.
He's certainly on the very, 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 very dark grey line. There's legs in this, I'm telling you.
And here we go, James versus Ryan B. Now this will be interesting. These two have had major connection issues in this race, but looks like James has got it done.
James has got the DRS. Ryan B though,
Ryan
fighting back with overtake. Oh, he's looking everywhere. He really didn't want to give him it. Svenos in the pits now. He's going to come out. He's going to come out in a very lonely place. If I was Dave, I'd be tempted just to hang on as long as I can. I think those hards could probably go 20 laps. Just stay out for 20 laps. It doesn't matter, because if an SC comes out after you pit, you'd be kicking yourself.
Right now, I'm looking. If a safety car does come out, is Cam K going to drop a couple of positions? Because there is a bit of a gap between him and Niles, but could get held up slightly.
He's aquaplaning with a pen. You don't often get more than one pen round here, so that's either going to hinder him or not help him. If you get 3 seconds. I was just pit. Is he going softs?
Dave into the pits as well.
See, I don't understand that. I don't understand why he didn't just extend that slightly. Same with Dave. I mean, you either pit earlier or you pit later. He could have put softs on there. I'm not a fan of that.
Interesting to see where they come out, as we had Ryan B and James getting a little bit frisky with each other again.
Yeah, I think that if there's a safety car here, it's.
Oh, yellow flag! Steve-O's out. Surely not. Oh! Ryan B and James collide. Ryan B's around.
Oh wow! How's that not an SC? Why is there a random... Jasper's out! Jasper and Steve-O made contact.
That, in my opinion, were two instances that happened. Sector 3, okay, kind of fair enough, because there wasn't many cars around them, but Sector 2 one with Ryan B and James, Ryan B was backwards on the track.
Very bizarre. That could have been a very harsh lesson very easily for Dave. Steve-O's left, he's not happy.
Yeah. United
Right, big round.
Oh.
He's lost it at the LFC curve. And Cam K Mum, good man, he's going to put the softs on, he's going to take the gamble. Because these are quicker, these are a lot quicker. If he can get out in front of Spenos Dios, that would be a win for him.
He is, he's going to get out comfortably ahead.
And he'd tell you what, he gets aquaplaning for good measure.
Ooh, a bit of contact there. I tell you what, this is going to be interesting now. Because you got Niles, who should be able to close up to James by here. You got Dave, Cam K, aquaplaning, and Sven, all within a good shout of closing up to the likes of Alt Maverick, Jordan, and Cloudy Cloud.
Well, Dave needs to go hammer and tongs to get in Jordan's DRS, because then he could keep Cam K Mum behind him enough for his tyres to go off. It's not looking good though. If I was Cam K, I'd be putting my nose in places that weren't necessarily welcome and backing out, just to get Dave away from Jordan. And Dave is now right with Jordan. So those soft tyres of Cam K are gonna not be worth as much as they were if Dave was out of the DRS of Jordan.
Dave going slightly defensive on the straight, so might just compromise him, and that's a lovely exit there from Cam K. Jordan's going to drop 2 positions here. Oh, 3 wide!
Dave, what a move! He's kept it from Cam K, but Cam K's not given up.
No, Cam K's going to look around the outside, as is aquaplaning on Jordan.
Oh, Dave! With a switchback though! What an incredible move! Cam K has absolutely owned his soul there. Now Dave needs to stay with him.
Oh, contact! Aquaplaning's around!
Oh my life, this has been such a messy race. He's got a big gap to jab. He's going to lick his wounds.
He done the exact same thing as what he done earlier. He just stuck his nose in the little S section, and there just wasn't no room for him to really put it there.
Yeah. I'm going to have to leave you for a second now because I need a comfort break. I'll be back in a minute.
Alright, we have Cam K now all over the back of Cloudy Cloud, and this should be job done with DRS on our main straight, and Dave, I assume, will be directly behind with that on the run into turn 4 as Cam K into the final corner actually. And Jav, is that Jav around? Yeah, Jav around at turn 12. Ooh, no safety car though. And Dave got to look around the outside of Cloudy Cloud, and that's a fantastic move there from the Ferrari. He is not letting Cam K get away from him. Well, we also got Niles now just outside of DRS on James, so that's going to be a tasty scrap for the final spot on the podium. Ryan B with the fastest lap of the race. As Flip picks up a 3-second time pen. As Dave's got DRS. No, he doesn't. He's just dipped outside of DRS on Cam K. And that means now that Cam K is going to be able to pull away and is already on the back of Alt Maverick. As Niles now on the back of James as well in DRS. So this is going to get a bit tasty for the final spot on the podium. Both similar on ERS. Looks like James is using a fair amount of it on that main straight, so he does pull away slightly as we got Cam K closing in on Alt Maverick. Is he going to have a little peek? No, he's going to stick behind him for now, get the better exit, and here we go now, DRS wide open once again. Alt Maverick doing well in a straight line there. And Cam K get this move done into the hairpin perhaps. No.
Miles is looking racy.
Yep.
If he can get...
Niles and James and Cam K and Alt Maverick right now.
Do you want me to check the pens up the front?
Oh, I think we should leave it as a surprise.
Okay.
Right now, Cam K is absolutely furious right now that he can't get past Alt Maverick.
You just need to be patient for one more corner, I feel.
Here we go, Niles looking to the outside on James. This is for the final spot on the podium.
I tell you what though, Alt Maverick's got DRS off Ibo.
Oh, this could be tasty. Alt Maverick gonna hold it around the outside. Oh, he's done well there, Alt Maverick.
He's done well, but I don't think I think it's going to be in vain. I can't see him holding it into this corner. And he's not. He's just going to have so much better grip. Yeah, and that's done. That's gone. And now he can chase down Niles, who in turn is chasing down James.
And I will say this, that Cam K lost a lot of time behind Alt Maverick there, and Dave is not out of it yet.
Yeah, and
oh, jab.
A late SC.
Oh,
No, the SC, that's going to do nothing. Not what the fans wanted.
Everyone just needs to keep their heads now. Do not pick up a late drive-through pen.
Yeah, and it's so easy to do so.
Niles, I'm looking at you.
Niles, how bad does Niles... Oh, Flip. How bad does Niles run? How bad does he run? He literally... He's going to struggle now because he's not going to have that DRS on James. And we go... Cam K! Drive through!
Oh, no!
Niles just needs to focus on this exit, get as good of an exit as you can.
Oh, Jav just said he had the exact same thing as what happened to me earlier. Back end just stepped out on him.
All right, man. Yellows again. And that's it, Bo.
Well, we got Frankie in the chat. How are you doing, Frankie?
He's joined the chat when his son is unfortunately DNF, so that's how much of a loyal fan he is of D5. It was always going to be a hard ask for Jasper. It's such a hard track with no assists, so no shame in that at all. And Dave needs to get past Alt Maverick quick time. Oh, yellows again.
I think that's
What's happened there? Just Jordan is, for me, I think he'll look back with regret and not fitting under that VSC.
I think there's going to be a lot of people who are going to look at after this race with a bit of regret. Cam K will be absolutely furious that he's picked up that drive-through.
That's going to put him all the way down. All the way down.
I mean, he is still going to come out in some points, but I mean, his tyres are going to be that dead that he may only just pick up the one.
It depends on the pen spots as well.
Yep, and Dave has managed to get past Old Maverick for 5th. So Dave now in position.
Yellows again. How's it about?
Niles, you're running out of laps, mate.
He is, isn't he?
He is. The one thing I've noticed with James, he is using all of his ERS on that main straight. And he is slightly pulling away from Niles, even with DRS.
Well, this is interesting because if Niles can get past, he's in a very good place to potentially, I won't completely ruin it, but do better than what we might think.
I mean, I'm looking at the gap between James and Ghost. There is teetering on the edge of a 3-second pen limit, but here we go. Niles going to look to the outside.
I think he swooped out a bit too soon there for my liking. Just needs to stay, and James gets a great run. Niles might be compromised a little bit, and that might affect his run. Yeah, and Ghost is living to fight another day. He needs to put his foot on the pedal. He needs to get going. He's within 3 seconds of United Bosnia too.
How crucial would a late penalty be for any of these guys right now?
It'd be massive. It'd be massive. Alt Maverick and Cloudy are in a bad spot with their tyres. Svenos could. He could jump these guys.
Oh, here we go, Niles to the inside.
Oh! No, not there. Just not there. It's just not a good place.
I think Niles is he's starting to lose his head a little bit.
He's starting to understand, I think, the gravity potentially of the situation. He knows he needed to get past him to catch Ghost, and that opportunity might be gone. He's looking all sorts of weird places now. Yeah, I think you're right. His head might have gone slightly. He's gonna get it here though. James is doing everything. He's doing absolutely everything. And it's worked for a corner. He is good at this exit. And Niles isn't. Oh, that was close to an invalidation for me.
Oh, here we go. This has got to be it. Oh, James with a little weave there. Trying to...
Great run. Oh, you've got to give. You've got to give way, James. You've got to give way. You've got to give way. How have they not gone off there? That is great racing. I say he got a giveaway. He didn't agree with me, and he was right to not agree with me because he absolutely fought that perfectly. Respect was perfect between the two of them there.
Oh, this is turning into an absolute tasty battle between these two.
And Ghost is getting away.
I tell you what, Ghost is actually closing in on United Bosnia as well.
Has Bosnia made a mistake?
I have no idea, but I mean, here's the thing: if Ghost does a one-lap madness and United Bosnia makes a single mistake, he could be under pressure.
Let me tell you why I'm a little bit concerned. Bosnia has not used 1 ounce of his overtake.
Right, surely now, Nails. Oh, James
Wow.
giving a big old squeeze.
He's doing everything. Fair play, James. This is all within the boundaries of it.
Oh, a big lag.
Oh, no.
Big lag on the screen for me.
Big lag. Agreed. That was huge lag. And Dave... Oh, Dave is too far back. But now Niles is... Tell you what, Ghost is catching. What has gone on here?
Oh, here we go. This could get a bit tasty in the final few corners. Apologies to Sven, we've missed your overtakes, but it's been a bit spicy at the top end.
Jordan doing remarkably well to stay with the pack. Smitsky should pick up that last point. Ryan B with a race to forget, but still there or thereabouts. Fair play.
I mean, if Smitsky has 1 penalty, Ryan B could get a point up there. But around the final corner, another lap Ghost Recon would have gone, I reckon.
Didn't use any of his airs though.
Yeah,
Bosnia first, Niles second, and Ghost third.
And James will be kicking his internet once again. It might be the time to upgrade the fibre.
Oh, Dave nearly got James!
Cloudy Cloud with a fantastic result. 6th place for him as Maverick in 7th. Aqua Planning 8th. Sven 9th. Cam in 10th. Jordan 11th. Smitsky does hold on to that final point, and fastest lap is Ryan B, so no points for fastest lap, I don't believe.
No points for fastest lap. We follow around Ibo.
And do you know what this means now? Ghost Recon is the D5 championship leader.
Well, that is interesting. That is very, very, very interesting. Well done to Ghost. Back-to-back podiums.
Fantastic result there for Ghost Recon, and we've known him a long time, and he's been searching these podiums in the higher divs in the past, and he's on it at the moment. I'll tell you what, I don't know who to pick for driver of the day for this one.
I don't know.
It's a tricky one. Right, so United Bosnia, our race winner, Niles in 2nd, Ghost Recon in 3rd, James in 4th, Dave in 5th, and Dave actually could be a shout for driver of the day, 19th to 5th. Cloudy Cloud in 6th, Maverick in 7th, Aquaplanet 8th, Sven in 9th, Cam in 10th, Jordan in 11th, Smitsky getting that final point in 12th. Then outside of the points we have Ryan B, Flip and Ibo, then our non-finishers Jav, Jasper, Stevo, Muck Dutch Race and Invictus, and that was a very interesting race, and this might not be the end results. There may be a few inquiries that may go in after this race.
There might well be. I'm gonna be doing the results. I'm gonna take some screenshots. But what a mad race that was. I've not seen many more chaotic. There's so many people will have look at themselves and be stressed. Aquaplaning, Cam K, Jordan, Smitsky to a degree, Ryan B most certainly. I think
James.
Dave even. I mean, Dave would be my driver of the day, to be honest. Maybe Ghost. I'd probably give it to Ghost over Dave, because I think Dave could have done better there. I think if he'd have waited and just put on those softs, he could have got fourth. Whereas I think Ghost and Bosnia and Nils did everything they could.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that side of things. I just go for Dave because he's gone from 19th to 5th, and I mean,
Yeah.
Cloudy Cloud has really maximised his result as well.
Yeah, true. I think he had a point though where he was doing really well, and I don't know. There's a lot of question marks there. I think United Bosnia did incredibly good out there in first. I think Niles could have won that in an alternative universe, but I think Aquaplaning will be furious. I think he had 2 incidents where he was round.
Yep, and similar story for James as usual. Is internet.
Yeah, a lot to talk about.
A huge amount to talk about, and you guys will be able to get the recap of that when the podcast comes out. And of course, now we get to look forward to Vietnam, and that is going to be a whole nother level of nervousness going around the track, I'd say.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be intense, that one. This is fair. This is a fairly easy track to drive, whereas that one is not.
Yes, and so far the only time I've been around it has been in the wet, and it's not nice. But yeah, I think we'll wrap up the D5 race. Thanks to everyone who tuned in. Don't forget to drop a like and hit the subscribe to keep up with everything that's going on in Liga Europe. Don't forget to check out the other division races as well. They were on earlier tonight. D1, D2, 3 and 4, and the PC League as well. Don't forget to show them love, as well as GT Sport and all that good stuff. But until next week, I've been Iverburn Mike, been joined with Eloise Mark, and we'll catch you in the next one, guys. Goodbye.
See you later, guys.